Hello everybody, it's me again. Just letting you know that with the radio on the moped, I accidentally messed up the wires, so I had to redo it, and I'm in progress of it right now, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But see, and I figured out what may have been the problem with the wiring and why it kept shutting off and turning on. I believe it's these right here. Now, just hold on a second. Let's see if I can do this. But hold on. Sorry about that. Trying to hold the camera. Let's see this part right here. Let's see if I can get it one hand. Well, it's got the two connector things, you know, the wires. But I took those off. You know, that one and the one for the speakers. You know, I figured I'd go ahead and take both of them off just in case. And what I'm doing, instead of using these washers right here for the speakers, I'm gonna go ahead and put them like that. I've already got one set right now, and I still got the speaker wires right here, and I had to fix the speaker wire on this side, on the right side, and I had to redo the box right here so that way the speaker's up closer. It took me a little bit to get the radio back in, but I finally got it. Made sure the top fit on, and I'm going to get some pieces I've got right here. I'm going to take these, oh my bad, and put it along here because it keeps coming apart, and I'll put it right here when I put the thing on, so that way it kind of stays together. Or, you know, maybe like right here, you know, put a screw here, a screw there, that way it stays together, you know, something like that. And I'm just tired of it falling apart and everything and coming apart, because every time it does I have to get my 10mm and take the bolts out and redo it. But I got that part, see, and this right here, and that's because it's not attached yet. Once I put it back up there, you know, it'll get flush again. Yeah. But here's my battery. I told you I was getting a battery and an amp. I'm still working on getting an amp. You know, like I said, if somebody has one, you know, it'd be really cool if I could get one. And that's actually a battery out of a Harley Davidson motorcycle, so it should be better. It should be good enough. And then I got me some speaker wire right here. I mean, I'm sorry, cable wire for the battery to hook together. So I've got that, and I'm gonna hook it in here, and then hook it through down in the bottom, and hook it through the seat, and put it to where I can clamp it to the battery, so that way I can take it off pretty easy. You know, I have to figure that part out. You know, I'll figure something out on that one. If I can find some connector pieces to put together, you know, I can do it that way, because as you can see, the wires are kind of thick, you know, compared to my thumb. That's how big it is, the wiring. Pretty good size. I have to figure something out. But I'm doing the speakers first, get them out the way, and once I get that done, you know, it's still going to have the same stereo set up, and you know, I still got the antenna in here. You know, I got it cleaned out right now, so that way, you know. But when I took the connector pieces off, I plugged it all up, and it actually ran with the moped running, so, and it ran fine. So that's probably what it is right there. As soon as I hook everything back up, oh, and another thing I did was right here, one of these wires, right here I think, yeah, right here is a ground wire, and there was a piece on the bottom, you know, like a screw piece on the back of the radio. So what I did was I hooked this wire to it, and I'm going to hook it somewhere on the frame, and you know, see if that'll help ground it out. And I took all my other wires, you know, and I had the audio wires that I still have. I think those, I have to probably hook those to an amp. and I'm going to take these two, hook them together on one line, and run it to the battery, so that way it's just one solid line, or whichever one this is. I think it's this one. This one is the ACC, which goes into here to the radio, but I think I've got it figured out. That's the negative. That's supposed to be the antenna, but I can hook it to the internal antenna and it will actually work. And somebody said about grounding it, so what I'll do is I'll take it and ground it to this battery. Well, maybe, no, I'll ground it to the other battery, but it worked fine without grounding it, so I think it'll be okay. You know, I'll just leave it like it is. But, and then I got the speaker. I've already got the front one on the right done, so now I got to do the front ones and the two back ones, and it's getting there. You know, I got to fix it a little bit, you know, do a little bit of finagling. But once I get the battery in the, once I do everything, I'm gonna put the battery in the seat, and then what I may do is, take the stuff out the seat, but take the battery and put it like right here. And if I get an amp, or when I get an amp, get a small one or a decent size, and try to put it on this back wall right here, so that way it's in place, and I got more room right here to be able to put stuff in. You know, I won't put my tools, I just put stuff that non-metallics because of the battery sitting in there, and that way something won't jump up and hit the battery and catch the damn thing on fire, you know. Excuse my language. But I had to redo the wiring because I had pulled the wire out to look at it, and I forgot to put it back in, and it tore the speaker. Luckily it didn't tear the speaker up. I checked it. But that's what I've got so far. You know, could use a new engine, but I'm fine for right now, and it still sounds like crap. But that's what I got so far, and when I get done, I'll hook the I'll do this as part 1, and then the next video will be part 2, and fixing or installing radio part 2 is be the next one. But have a nice day. Later.